glow like two fires, movement so graceful. Wildcat in the jungle with dangerous claws. Movement she anticipates, a sight is set on her prey. Like stars in the darkest night, crystallized, fascinate. If you wanna stay alive, if you don't wanna be her prey, don't stand in her way. Run, run, run away. Crystallize, 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 watching her prey. Crystallize, 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 fascinate.
She anticipates no chance if you become prey. Two stars in the darkest night, her crystallized fascinate. Her movements she feels, your heartbeat and animal fear. Her beauty is unreal, just be feet out of here.
If you wanna stay alive, if you don't wanna be her prey, don't stand in her way. Run, run, run away. Crystallize, 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 watching her prey. Crystallize, 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 fascinate.
Okay, sorry, technical issue. Rookie error, no microphone. Hopefully that's better. Have we got sound? Have we got sound? Can someone tell me if we've got sound? I think we have this time. Have we got sound? I'm being told by Discord we got sound. Hold on. Hang on. That's a really good start to the evening, isn't it? Hold on, let me have a look. Okay, we got sound. Fantastic. Takes a while to register. Excellent. Sorry, guys. Shall we rewind and start the whole show again? Okay, welcome to Sim Racers World HQ and the big reveal and update on the Sim Racers World GT Pro Series. Okay, so you missed the best bits. You definitely missed the best bits. Okay, moving on. How's it all going to work? We've had quite a few questions in. We've had quite a few questions going on in social media and the Discord, and people are wanting to know how is it going to work, how many cars we're having on the grid. Okay, here we go. So you're going to hear it here first. Massive news. and a big step for Sim Racers World. There's going to be 2 leagues. So we're going to have the Pro League and we're going to have the Evo League. Now, a few of you may have been around long enough to realise we tried this a while ago and it didn't work. It kind of petered out. This time it's going to work, and I'm going to explain this evening how it's going to work. Okay, so to begin with, there are going to be 36 invited pro drivers. There's going to be 18 teams and 2 drivers per team. They're going to go immediately into the Pro League with no pre-qualification. Something we've toyed with for quite some time, inviting teams, inviting drivers. That way we get high quality, high caliber drivers in, and we ensure that the drivers that are in are good at communication and they're feeding back on the series with constructive criticism. And I think with invites it will make everybody's life a little bit easier. Now you're probably thinking, well, hold on a minute, that's not really fair. We've been around a while. What I'm telling you now is that any rule book that we've had in the past for Pro League is going to be ripped up. We've completely started afresh. We've rewritten the rule book and effectively we're going back to scratch. So anything that was in that rule book for last season, you can now ignore it. Nothing counts. So we're starting from afresh. Effectively, yes, we're season 7, but this is something new and something big and exciting. All will become clear as the evening goes on. Okay, so 36 invited pro drivers. There are going to be 12 further spots on the grid available through qualification. Now, how's the qualification going to work? What I'm telling you now is those drivers that don't qualify for the Pro League will automatically gain a place in the Evo League. This Evo League and Pro League is staying on a Wednesday, Evo League on a Thursday, both fortnightly as I explained in the previous update reveal. So both fortnightly, both sharing the same practice sessions, and we'll get to those in a while. Now, how are we going to work the 2 leagues? So here we have it. We're going to split the drivers into 4 classes. We're going to have a platinum and the original gold, silver and bronze. How's that going to work? Okay, so here we go. Pro League is going to have the platinum and the gold drivers, and the Evo League will have the silver and the bronze drivers. So we've got 4 classes, 2 leagues. And there you have it. Promising you all a broadcast. So I'm promising you all a broadcast. So the Pro League will be broadcast on a Wednesday and the Evo League broadcast on a Thursday. The fee. So race fees, £15 driver entry. That's the least amount of entry fee that we've had for any of the leagues we've ever organised. I think the F3 League's doing the same costing as well. Why can we offer you more hours on track and for less money? It's quite simple, because as I told you in the last broadcast, we're doing it ourselves. So it's being broadcast on SRW TV, so we're keeping our overheads down. That was the whole reason why we started SRW TV, and it's beginning to show dividends already. Okay, so paint pack. Paint pack will only be required for the Pro League. So we're using a paint pack and a decal overlay. For the Evo League, it will be trading paints. That means less work for the admins, less work behind the scenes, and easier for the broadcast. The Pro League, however, being sponsored, fully sponsored, as you can see by the 4 sponsors down below, Dynamics, Porsche Sport, Strasser and Abruzzi, they will expect some sort of airtime on the overlay, and they will expect airtime on the cars as well. So they're going to have a decal overlay with those sponsors. Okay, so let's kind of move on. How is the qualification going to work? So there are going to be 3 235-minute qualification servers. They are going to be over 3 separate evenings, one on a Sunday. So somebody who works Monday to Friday, they will be able to qualify as well. So everybody that doesn't get an invite will need to post a qualification time in the servers. The weather in those servers will be static. It will be a set date and it will be fixed sky. That way we eliminate the track temps in the servers reaching astronomical at the end and cold in the beginning. Obviously with a dynamic track you're going to get a track that warms, but as it warms it should get grippy. So to eliminate any of the unvariables, we will set it to static weather. The qualification track will be the Nürburgring GP. So there will be 3 sessions, all at Nürburg, and all with static weather. The cut, as I've mentioned earlier on, only the top 12 drivers will make the cut to the Pro League. So regardless of if you've got other team members already invited in the Pro League, you have the opportunity to get your remaining team members into the Pro League as well. Okay, so nice and simple. Moving on. There was plenty of chat in the week on the rulebook, the facts that we'd released with the rulebook. Seb and myself we've sat for a couple of hours this week and we've discussed everything that was mentioned on social media, and we've looked at it and we've made a big list. We've gone through the list, and these are the rules that were discussed and the additions that we're going to make to the rulebook for both leagues. So both leagues run exactly the same rulebook. Okay, so rulebook updates. You will get 1 fast repair. We've talked about it for so long. I think it's time to try it. Like I said, we've ripped up the rulebook from previous seasons. This is something new, something exciting, and it's really going to be a test bed for the future. Fast repairs, they can be used during your scheduled pit stop. There's no rulebook, there's no live stewards to keep an eye on you, so they can be used whenever you want to use them. So they can be used tactically, or they can be used just as a pit stop. So you're going to get 1 fast repair. This effectively gives everybody chance to finish the race. If you're using more than 1, then you need to look at yourself and your standard of driving. Okay, 3 drivers for every week will be requested to be a post-race steward. If you do not turn up within the 10-day period you are requested, because remember this is a fortnightly league, not a weekly league, if you do not turn up, you will incur a penalty of 10 incidents. You can turn up any day and just post your guilty or not guilty on the incidents that have been protested that week. It should take no more than 30 to 60 minutes of your time. Once you've done it once, you will not be asked again that season. This way we get a bigger stewards team, and this way everybody gets to see what goes on behind the scenes and gets to put their opinion. Okay, so practice sessions. We were asked to look at the days. We've decided that the practice sessions will now be Sunday on week 1 and Monday on week 2. So those that are working Monday to Friday on late shifts can get Sunday practice in. Practice length. We're going to give you 8 hours on a Sunday and 4 hours on a Monday. So you now have 12 hours of official practice. Last broadcast we talked about incident points and how many incident points you would be penalised for not turning up for practice. We also stated that if you did less than 10 laps you wouldn't get your 5 incident points. We've really looked long and hard at this. We're now increasing this for a 50 laps. So you've got 12 hours effectively to do your 50 laps, but it must be done in one session. That's effectively a tank of fuel or a stint or race distance, shall I say, 90 minutes for the weekly race. So if you turn up and do 50 laps, you're going to gain back your 5 incident points. We're giving you 12 hours to do that. I think it's fair, and this is all coming out of your £15 entry fee. Okay, so as I've just stated, it must be done in one session. So you've effectively got to practice for a race distance, which is about 90 minutes. Okay, so moving on. Everybody's waiting for the calendar. Okay, normally we involve the community. Not for this season. We've just decided to get everything out the way, and we've created the calendar. We've looked at it and thinking about GTE cars, obviously. Round 1, Sebring. Round 2, Monza. Round 3, Watkins Glen. Round 4, Mosport. Round 5, Imola. Round 6, Silverstone. Round 7, Suzuka. Round 8, Road Atlanta. Round 9, Daytona Road Course. And the grand finale, as always grand finales with the Sim Racers World GT Pro Series, those of you who've been around a while, Spa. One of the best rounds of the season always, so we always put it last. Now, little green box at the bottom. There's a media day for the Pro League and Pro League only, and this will take place 1 week before round 1, and it will be Lime Rock, an IMSA real life GTE circuit. That's where the media day will be, and I think that calendar is a pretty good schedule. We've got fans of all circuits there. Some people don't like Mosport, some people don't like Watkins Glen, but I think as a calendar goes, it's a pretty strong calendar. We've kept the lap times down to about less than 2 minutes, so I think for a 90-minute race there's going to be a decent amount of laps per racetrack, per circuit, to get some good racing in. Okay, so that's the calendar. That was the big reveal for tonight, the calendar, which moves us on effectively to the let's get rid of all this. Hold on, let's go backwards. Hang on, why can't I do it? Okay, so important dates. Now these are the dates that you guys are looking for registration, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so the invites, it's not on my graphics actually, but the invites will go out this week. So there will be 18 teams inviting, and there will be 2 drivers, so you'll get your official invites this week. The invite has already been created and will go out via email or social media this week. But for the rest of you, public registration will be on the 7th of June at 4 o'clock GMT, so 5 o'clock UK, 6 o'clock Central European time. Qualification sessions will begin 3 days later, 10th of June, 12th of June and the 14th of June. Paint and payment deadlines are the 21st of June. Media day, as mentioned before, 1 week before the official season starts, 24th of June. So effectively from public registration, we got 17 days to get everything sorted. I need those dates and they have to be tight. We've got a lot of work to do to get you guys ready for media day. And then the season starts, round 1 on the 1st of July for the Pro League, and round 1 for the Evo League on the 2nd of July. So that's about it, guys. Let's have a look. Has there anyone got any questions on anything that I haven't covered? There's pretty much everything in there. The rule book will be released at the very latest by Wednesday of this coming week. Hello, have I lost? Okay, we lost signal there for a minute. Yeah, so Rulebook will be out on Wednesday. Let me know what you think. If you've got any questions, obviously you can post them in Discord. You can post them on the GT Pro Facebook page or even in the main group. I'd like to try and keep it all together if I can so we don't miss anything. But I think you'll agree that the work that's gone on in the background to create this, not just once but to create it twice, and to give you guys, everybody, a fair chance and a crack at getting into the Pro League, I think is has been fantastic. Okay, Anton, I think you're asked how many people can register. 12 plus for Evo. No, there's going to be 12 slots available for the Pro League via qualification, and we could have anything up to 50 other drivers in the Evo League. So we're looking at potentially a public registration of anything up to 80 drivers. Bod, no, you can't drive the Merc, sorry. I'm going to be with you in the Evo League. I'm going to be racing for the first time in over 7 months. So yeah, I'm going to be having a crack at the Evo League. I certainly won't be in the Pro League. GTE, I've got a lot to learn, but I'll be in there. But anybody else got any questions before we close the stream? If there's anybody want me to go over anything? Okay, Andy, what if you have more? I agree. Yeah, this is the point. Those other drivers, so there are some teams out there that are huge. You know, Meraki Racing, they've got 6 or 8 drivers, and I know Sim Racers World got 6 or 8 drivers. You look at G Drive, they've got 8 or 10 or even 12 drivers. It will only be 2 invited, so the team owner or team manager has to put forward the 2 that he thinks will give his team the best showing in the league. However, there are 12 other slots available, so it's up to the rest of his team to try and make the cut. I think that's fair, and it doesn't give one team a big advantage in the leagues and have more cars than others, but you've got an opportunity to get 12 cars, other team members in that 12. That's it, guys. I think, hang on, so... Okay, we're going to make the cut-off with the okay, so how do we get into Evo? Effectively, the cut-off, everybody will register on public registration day, and it will be limited to 80 drivers in total, okay? 36 of those drivers are going to go into the Pro League, which leaves us with 100 drivers. It will be 100 drivers. So everybody that registers, everybody's got a crack at the Pro League. So the top 12 into the Pro League. However, everybody else, as long as there's no more than 50, will automatically gain a slot in the broadcasted Evo League on a Thursday, running the same calendar and the same rulebook. And yes, it is being run on alternate weeks to the F3 League, so you have time to practice for both. Yeah, so I think it's fair, it's different, it's massive. It could end up being a huge headache for Seb and I, but I think it's new, it's exciting, and I think we've got possibly a good chance of making this work. If we get 80 drivers, 50 in one and 30 in the other, then so be it. But if we've got 80 drivers who are willing to race, then absolutely fantastic. I think it's achievable. Yeah, so we're really looking forward to it. So if anybody else has got any questions before I close the stream, there it is, guys. If you're a bit unsure of any of it, the rulebook will come out by Wednesday. We'll publish the rulebook publicly. It'll be on the web page. It'll be on both websites, the GT Series website, and it will be on the simracersworld.com website. It'll be on both of those, so if you want to read it and digest it then in your own time, then you're quite welcome to do so. Any more questions, Discord or the Pro page, Facebook Pro page, please. Any more questions and we'll be glad to answer them. Well, thanks guys, thanks for turning up to watching. Exciting times, stay safe, and we'll see you on track.